Long time no see.
Long time no see indeed. Crispy internet connection today, I see.
My side for sure. I don't know what's going on over in your forest.
It's not crispy.
No.
Ah.
I
We
can
can see
hear
you
you. I'm
clear.
sure it'll catch up for a sec in a second.
We can hear you. We can see you clear as day.
Okay, as long as you can see me clearly and hear everyone else, we're good to go. We're gonna wait for Frankie and Eli and possibly myself
Yo.
to jump on. Oh, Eli's here.
Let's go. I need to send a text out to a couple people.
What's up?
Hello. You
I'm
eating
good with you.
Eli,
pops?
Eating beef jerky, a little beef stick.
come on.
Yeah, man. Trying to but I hit the gym in like an hour or two, so gotta get these proteins in that muscle.
Come on. Wellness Maverick right there. Come
On
on.
the average. Приветики. Oh,
Wait,
Приветики.
what'd you say?
Приветики,
sorry,
как
Evelina.
дела?
Все хорошо. Просто здесь дом.
Дома.
Eating
Nice.
дома. Дома, yeah, дома. That's my lesson for the day.
Alexio.
Alex.
I can't be on the Zoom call for so long. I literally got like 5 minutes.
Come on. What are
I'm
you doing?
sorry.
Every week.
No.
Oh, I know.
See?
Nice.
But you're a beast.
Yeah. We changed the time for the run club, so now it kind of interferes with the Zoom meeting.
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
So,
it's good to
You'll have
see
to
you.
watch
Give
the
us an
recording.
update, Alex. What's
an
life like on
update.
your world?
Um, I guess real quick, I'm training for not training. Well, I am training for a 50 miler. I have it in two
Oh, my
weeks.
goodness.
Um, so
Oh, my goodness.
that's gonna be in Palo Duro on the desert for the 50 miles. So I'm pretty excited and stoked and kind of nervous for it. There's cutoff times because it's in the middle of nowhere. So if I don't finish each lap, it's like 23 point something miles. If I don't finish the last lap by like 2 o'clock p.m., I get DQ'd. I think I can do it. I have really high hopes on and like and faith in me. And then I'm starting a new project called the 230 project where I do run a sub 230 marathon in the span of 5 months of training. So been locking in on that. It's gonna be a whole series that's gonna
Wow.
be posted on like everything. So pretty excited for that project. I sent you guys a sneak peek of it, but so pretty
Yeah,
stoked for that. That's pretty much my life, everything currently. So yeah,
Oh, good work, bro.
it's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Thank you.
Bro, that 50 mileage is gonna be insane. I'm trying to
I
even like
know.
comprehend that. It gives me like butterflies.
I'm nervous, bro. Got the nervies.
That's
But
crazy.
Oh, dude, that's super impressive. Well, I'm curious. You'll have to text us or hop on a call. I want to hear how it goes.
I will. I will. But I gotta go, you guys. I gotta finish setting up. Love you
So good to
guys.
Good to
see
see you,
Good
bro.
you.
Thanks for hopping on. Take care,
bye.
brother.
No, jump on in. Go. Yeah. No, Alex had to leave. Let's let's do a question. Let's
Let's do a
hear.
question.
You've had some really good
Guess,
in the past.
guess how long we've been a Wellness Mavericks for? That's the question. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
1 year. 1 year. Guys, that is so cool. It makes me so happy that this has been a community for
It's
a year.
crazy.
It's so good.
One whole year. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of tell a story today and go in. I
There are
know.
some people who I know would love to have joined, and I'm not sure maybe they missed the link or whatever, but we're gonna have to send them the YouTube link. Let's ask a question.
Yeah, we will. We'll make it.
You have one?
Yeah, I think let's do it. What I think the question would be in kind of celebration of 1 year. What's one thing that you never thought you'd be doing that you're doing right now that you never thought you'd be doing a year ago?
Ooh, wow.
I'll start.
Okay.
Um, I'm moving to Idaho, and I get that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, next month, but I never thought a year ago. I don't think I would have thought I would be moving to Idaho. Honestly,
That's amazing. What part of Idaho are you going to?
I'm gonna go. It's gonna be in Boise, but it's gonna be probably the north side.
Nice.
Like there's like an old historical district downtown, kind of close to where the ski mountain is. I
Hmm.
want to be close to there.
Wow, that's so exciting. How
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
symbolic is it that we literally picked our Airbnb there for?
I know it's crazy for the first retreat too. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
What about y'all? What's one thing you're doing now or something you're about to do that you never thought you were gonna do or you would have done last year, this time last year?
Does it have to be like this time today or like anytime this year?
Just any time, like something that you never thought you'd be doing, in the recent past or foreseeable future.
Mm.
I think for me is I don't know if I told you, but I shot a film like in January. I shot a
Mhm.
short film in January, and that was probably one of the most intense things I've ever done in a long time. So I think that was definitely something that I never saw myself doing.
Wow,
Was shooting a film with like a whole casting crew and people and everything. So it's pretty cool.
that's insane, bro.
Um,
Is there any update on when that's gonna be the final project's gonna be finished?
I'm shooting for early 2026, like springtime. That's the goal. I still have a lot of editing to do. Then I have to send it to somebody to color and fix the sound a little bit. But I want to screen it here in Houston at a university here. I have a connection
That's
with
so
somebody
cool.
that can help me out.
I'm
So
so
that's
excited to watch it.
yeah,
Let
it's
me
it's
see.
been a lot.
He's let me see sneak like two little clips that are like 30 seconds long. And I'm like, I did not give you the credit of the amazing, like, full picture experience of what a movie is like. I'm like, wow, somebody could just pull this off. But it's not just somebody, it's Eli, and he has the brains for it. Wrote the script, produced it, directed it, chose the cast.
Yeah,
That's so crazy. No, that's
yeah,
actually insane. I don't think anyone could do
Crazy.
that. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're gonna
yeah,
have to, yeah, bro. We're gonna have to. I want to watch it.
Hmm.
yeah. No, for
Crazy.
sure. When it comes out, it'll be on like YouTube and social media and everything. So I just got to finish it. That's the goal. That's the focus right now. Just to
Can't wait.
finish it.
Come on, come on.
Yeah.
I never thought, well, I did not think a year ago that this time around this year, I would be working in a business of my creation with my mom and my sister. It was like an inconceivable fantasy last year. Like, that would be really cool, but like something miraculous would have to happen for us to be able to work together as a team, in a business where we're honoring each other's gifts and talents and strengths and working in harmony.
Yeah.
And we are. And it's a dream come true when we're living it every day. It's just so cool. Every day we have, every week we have 3 meetings. And every meeting we get together, we just fine tune a little bit more and a little bit more. And we're moving. It's been about 2 months now that we've worked closely together, that we brought my sister on. And it's been so fun to work in a really close rhythm with each other. So that's one
Wow, that's
thing.
crazy. I never realized the proximity.
Yeah, yeah. And we all live in the
Wow.
same house. So it's like it makes it fun and it adds the pressure of accountability. And it also like it's added a new dimension of the beauty or like the value of our relationships with each other that literally makes our business so special that we have a relationship that's really
Uh-huh.
genuine with my mom and I, my sister and vice versa for all three of us. And we get to actually bring that to the world in a way that's really healing and whole and just really beautiful.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, I could say the same thing. I think the biggest thing for me this year was being able to work together. I think as we've always had, I mean, we've always butted heads because we're family, you know, like this is how things happen. But the
Of
fact that
course.
like I could see it in our future that we're all like gonna be working together, and it's awesome to have like a family company. And if it changes in the future, like that's okay. Like I think yeah, like the 3 meetings a week, like we're seeing that we're all like getting more patient with each other and like able to work with each other and like our personalities. I think there's no better than being able to like bring the best out of each other, you know, because obviously you can't like
Wow.
row the whole boat yourself, you know? You got to rely on other people, you know, and especially since it's family, you know each other so well. And I think you bring out the best in each other because of that. So
Yeah.
that's definitely one thing I've seen for myself as well.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I think probably honestly just being surrounded by people who are like so young and like-minded because I feel like it's always been like people
Oh,
who are older or like more mentors and like finding like friendships, you know, and people who are pursuing like health and wellness and like just like finding the truth of like this world. I think I would say that honestly.
wow.
Wow.
And that's the soundbite for next week. That's so
Literally.
precious. I love
That's
that. You know, everyone I met at convention, at the doTERRA convention, that was like our age, they're all like, we just want community of like young people. Like, where is everybody? And I'm like, we're right here.
Right,
Yes, we're
right.
Mavericks.
No, literally.
Like I never thought I would have been at a retreat with like a bunch of young people, you know, and be
Yeah, and
crazy.
it's
Like
not like 30-year-olds leading it. It's like we're all peers.
right. Right. And we're all just like learning and pushing. And like, I feel like too, like just the amount of growth and change that's happened. Like, honestly, because of like Wellness Mavericks, Michael, like all this stuff, I'm just like, wow, it's awesome. I love it.
Aw, that's so cool.
It's so good.
It's literally the most beautiful thing to me.
Let's
Ah,
go. Let's go. We extract the good things from each other.
yeah, I love
We
that.
all do that. Every human does that to one another. That's kind of part of our topic tonight too, everybody. So this is definitely like a tightly knit group tonight on the call, but for everyone else who's watching and for everyone who's on, thanks for being on the call. And um yeah, today we're celebrating 1 year as Wellness Mavericks, and I'm just gonna, we're not gonna spend too much time, but we're just gonna kind of go over some of who we are, who we are as Wellness Mavericks, and then where we're going and kind of how we got here. Um, and so yeah, I'll just start with like a quick story. Um, Gemma left Rich. So we met at leadership back in March. I think it was March of, was that 24? I think that was 2024. So
Yeah.
anywho, but then she went to convention last year. I wasn't able to make it. And she was super fired up about oils and doTERRA, and we were both super fired up. She was kind of through the phone. I was getting excited myself. And we just started talking like that same like theme of like how can we be around young people who are like-minded, and then obviously both, we have doTERRA businesses, so that was also some motivation behind some things too. And we were like, well, we could do like oil Zoom classes, but then it quickly turned into why don't we just like do all around topics of health and wellness, because like this is who we are. And it quickly, we had one call, and I remember we got on the call, and it's literally like a year ago. To me, I'm just like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually crazy when you think about it. And yeah, the first call, I don't even remember how that worked, but there was a good turnout of people. and we didn't have Instagram at that point. We didn't have. I don't even think we recorded the calls. Maybe we did. I don't think we did. Um, but it was just so. It was just like, let's try. Like, let's see what we can do. And the whole goal was like, getting connected and meeting young people and um, growing our businesses and just learning. And it's exactly what's happened. That's exactly what's happened. I've made so many new friends. I can name just off the top of my head, Frankie, Keegan, Eli, just three off the top of my head, not to mention the proximity being, closer with you, Gemma, and meeting, other incredible people and just experiences and opportunity and conversations we've had. It's just like, it's just a like in the big picture, it's just a call every week or every 2 weeks now, but it's much more than that. And so I'm just super grateful, but that's kind of how it started. And, we kind of kept going and we're still super early, but I don't see us stopping anytime soon. I see us transitioning into more kind of retreat style things and more in-person gatherings and long-term long-term things, but just the idea of how can we get some young people together and like live this life because we're so much stronger together.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to read some notes I have um, about who we are and just kind of speak some life into who we are and what we do as a wellness maverick. Um, and then, yeah, so people that are watching, people that are on right now, this is just like what it means to be a quote unquote wellness maverick. And, who really knows what that means, but this is kind of what we've gathered. And so, first and foremost, we're a community, right? Like we're here to build each other up and to grow and to push each other. We're so strong together. We could do this thing solo. I could be healthy on my own, or I could be with a group of people around me who are doing the same race, but a little different because we're all unique. We're all made in creative image, and we're all different. We all have different fingerprints, and running that race together is so much more fun. It's so much more beneficial for both parties. It's more enjoyable. There's more growth. There's more learning. There's more challenge. There's no downside to doing this with a team. Um, Doing life solo, you're missing out on so much fruit and so much joy and so much growth. And so that's kind of the first part is community. If I could summarize that into a key point, we are a community. We are people that have habits of being still, and we find joy in the mundane and in the small moments, and we take time to appreciate them. We don't get caught up in the fast-paced life and the things of this world that are tugging for our attention left and right. We slow down and we enjoy and we sit and we have conversation and we learn and study and just sit and watch and listen and all of these things. I think of like five senses, like our five senses, smell, touch, hear, see, and what was the last one? Um
Here.
yes, that is those five. Thank you for that.
Smell.
Those five, like sitting down. So what? Smell, touch, see, hear, taste. Sorry, taste. That's what it was. Taste. I think of those. I think of those like different things. That's funny. I think of those different things, and I think of just sitting still as the people that we are, just sitting still and like really observing and like enjoying in the present those different sensations. Like you're just here and you're just like observing. So I don't know. You could take that however you want to and kind of think of it as deep as you want, but I think that just in itself is who we are. We really enjoy like the present moment in the day. We don't. This is kind of like a one all around, just to like not conforming to the normal patterns. But we don't conform to the rushed pace, to the life on the phone all day, wasting time. We might make mistakes and spend time doing something that we know we shouldn't, but we correct and we auto adjust, right? And the only reason we can do that is because we have goals in mind. We set goals. We're a community who look out to the future. We set goals, and so when distractions like the world with entertainment, with things like, I mean, there's drugs, there's entertainment. I mean, there's so much tugging for you at any moment. Bad, even unhealthy food, skipping a workout. Um, I mean, there's so much tugging for your attention. It doesn't mean you're going to be perfect all the time, but it's that auto correcting and getting better, and just trying to be better. And then with that, sharing with other people what you're doing, because you can really encourage someone with the growth you're experiencing. So, which that leads us to kind of what I was saying is goals. We are people who set goals. Like, we're not just aimlessly, unintentionally walking every day, but we are intentional people with goals, and we're driven. It doesn't mean we always get it right, like I said, and oftentimes we get it wrong, but it's the getting back up and continuing to strive towards our goals that makes us who we are. And oftentimes, like I said, we really do. We make mistakes and mess up, but it's the continual kind of push that brings us farther. And so we're people who leave room for spontaneity, right? We're very intentional, but we leave room to sit for another 30 minutes at that cup of coffee, or to sit still, or to jump in the water when you should do something else. We're a people who still live carefree, but also with intention. And yeah, so um yeah, so like I said, I'm just reading some of my notes here. We make mistakes often. We do things we shouldn't, but we recognize what they are, um, and we make that shift. Um, we go about our days with a peace and restful step, eager to grow, but slow enough to stop and to spend time in the mundane. Um, and so, yeah, I think there's this example of, like, who we are as a community. I think of like a co-op. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but co-ops are getting a lot more popular. And in co-ops, you have people who are, um, you know, maybe let's say, for example, you have some first graders in there, but then you also have a couple third graders and maybe a fifth or sixth grader. You've got a wide variety of kids, and maybe you have like a seventh grader, but then you have like a ninth or 12th grader in there too. You have like a wide variety of different students compared to the normal school system where you're just one grade and that's that. Co-ops, you have these different levels and different grades. And so I think of this example when I think of Wellness Mavericks in any group of people that are working on bettering themselves and growing. There's something that happens when those kids and those students are in those classrooms where the first grader learns something from the fifth or sixth grader, and they actually get elevated in their growth. So essentially they cut off time from what it would have taken them to do it on their own. They learn from these older kids. That's why you see like some younger children in families who have older siblings who have been through it before. They kind of grow up with them, and they skip out on some of those hard moments, hard lessons, or they just learn things, and they kind of develop faster.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I think of Wellness Mavericks. Like, there's people at all different paces and levels here, with businesses, with life, with fitness, with food, with spiritually. There's just all these different levels, and the list goes on and on. But I think the fact that we're all here, there's something we can all learn from each other, and I think that's the most important part of Wellness Mavericks, is that we're all elevating each other in different ways, and we're all growth minded, which means that we're all growing. Just because, like, you might have um, a better, say, business than me, um, and I have, maybe say like I'm better at, I don't know, like fitness or something. Those things contrast each other, and you can grow together. And so it's just like really cool. Like, all in all, it's just a really cool. The whole community is really why we're all here, and that's with any community. It's not just us. Like, any community is like there's people that you can learn from, and I believe that we are a people who understand that, and that we have a mindset of growth, and that we can learn from anyone and anything, any experience, any person, any opportunity. If we can leave everything with like, oh, okay, I learned something. We have that mindset. I believe that we're on a path to just real growth, and honestly like peace too, and just like
Mm.
a better understanding. Um, and that's kind of like all I have. I want to finish off with one more thing. I have my dictionary, um, and I've got the definition of wellness mavericks. I have two different words, but I got the definitions of each one, and I just thought is super fitting because it's been 1 year. Um, and so to start off, wellness um, is good health, especially as an actively sought goal. So good health, especially as an actively sought goal. So when I think of wellness, Mavericks, that name, the root of it, we are chasing after kind of one goal collectively, even though they're so unique. We're actively seeking after that health, and that's a really big part of the community. And then Mavericks, this is pretty awesome. Mavericks, the definition of Mavericks. Um, so the definition, here we are. Maverick, nonconformist. So that's kind of like the synonym of maverick, nonconformist. Um, it also talks about being a pioneer.
Mm.
But when I think of wellness mavericks, actively, sought after, a goal, and then nonconformist. And I really think that aligns so well with who we are. Like we don't conform, like we don't. What we're doing is different. And that's not to say that, you know, we have it all figured out, because we really don't, but we're all learning together. And I think that's what makes it so special. And so, um, nonconformist, maverick. And so when I think of us, I want us to think of that definition, because we don't conform with the average. Um, we just don't, and it doesn't make us any better or worse for that matter. But it does, it does elevate our own personal lives and those lives around us. And so I think just realizing that, like we talked about at the beginning of the call, like it's hard to find like-minded young people, and that's okay. It's okay to not conform, but there are people out there, and this Wellness Mavericks group has been a really fun prime example of that, and we plan on continuing to do more events in the future. But yeah, I love that idea. And I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Gemma, but that's pretty much what I had. I'm super grateful for everybody.
So grateful. This group is so amazing, and I have so much love for the energy that we create together. It's something that's like I harvest as much of it that I can every time that we get together, and it fuels me up for that week of pursuing my goal of not being conformed to other paths. Because what you said that stood out for me, that coincides with the synonym um, nonconformist. You said we don't conform to the rushed pace of
Mm,
everyone else. And you can see that in traffic, in social media, in
mm,
creation of a family, in food, rushed pace and fast food. Like in
wow.
every area of life, it's fast. But if you look at nature, it accomplishes enormous work by having a steady, slow pace and
Wow.
collaborating. It is collaborating and multiplying. It's expanding because it is gaining complexity.
Mm,
Um, it's one of the things that they observe about the universe is that as the universe expands and it grows, it gains complexity too. So the farther we travel as planet Earth in the Milky Way galaxy. And the way that they measure the time or the age of other stars, they also have to counter measure the amount of time it took for that light to travel and reach us and subtract that from the distance we traveled in the time that we took that photo or that image. And the complexity that is gained in just an instant of you taking that image just is mind blowing to me. The way that the universe operates, and this is not even to speak about the human gut or nature, your own garden, um, and how much healing can take place there. Because when you gain complexity, you gain nutrient density. You are able to extract complex conversations, or you're able to extract complex concepts because every person in this Zoom room can explain the same concept in a different way. And for each one of us, it'll land better when we hear it from a different person's mouth. So, all that to say is that we don't conform to a rush pace. And I love that you said that. And that resonates so deeply with me because
So good.
we have goals, because we have a vision and purpose. It may not all be the same for each one of us, but there's a reason each one of us was brought to the topic of wellness, and it was attractive to us to begin with. What is
Mm-hmm.
wellness? Why is it interesting? I know Eli's word for the year was wellness for 2025, and I didn't believe him. It was one of the first things I found out about him when we started talking. He said, "My word for the year
Wow.
is wellness for 2025." I'm like, "Oh, he's just trying to get me to like him." No, it turns out that he devoted his
Yeah.
entire year to training for high rocks, changing his diet. He brings 2 5-gallon massive jugs to my house to get 9.5 pH filtered water every week because he's on top of
Beast.
hydration and the highest quality. He got a doTERRA account. He orders supplements. He changed his soap, his cleaner, his
Beast.
deodorant. Like he's
Come on.
actually doing it. And yeah, I'm
I'm
That's so good.
a man of my word. He probably
Come
walked in my
on.
apartment and was like, "Why is he write health? He probably do that because of me." Nah,
I know, like he wrote that just to make sure
he
I'm
just wrote that right before I came here.
yeah.
He's capping.
That's so funny. Oh, that's
I did not
hilarious.
believe him. I didn't.
That's so funny.
But yeah, he did it. He is all in. And he was supposed to go to Honduras the week that we had the Wellness Mavericks retreat. And he came and went to the retreat with us.
I'm so glad that you came to the retreat. I'm actually like so glad. That was such a fun time hanging out with you.
Yeah, it was super fun. I think I definitely was able to learn a lot. That was such an ideal time. Is like being in nature and being like I just was just thinking about like laying on the hammock and reading and then being in that beautiful weather and surrounded by nature with amazing people, just eating clean foods. Like that's definitely like the life that I aspire to have like every day, you
Yeah,
know? So that's something it kind of gives me that like that push like all right, this is something definitely attainable. So I just have to keep working hard and get to that level to where this is every day. This is normal.
that's so good. And especially with Gemma, I think you're definitely on the right path, brother. And I can confirm you there.
Oh, good. Well, I think one of the things you said after the retreat, Eli, was that you saw how sustainable it is to live that life. And you relaxed because you saw that everybody was having fun while doing it. And then everybody like talked about their faults, like eating at Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out and what their favorite order is. And we're like, what? But everybody had fun with it. And the beauty of it is that we get to come back virtually every week and learn from each other and stay accountable and see, is there a way that even if I eat In-N-Out, whatever, however often somebody were to eat it, can I add fermented food to my diet? Can I have warm lemon water with salt in the morning? You know, like what can I
Come
do
on.
to amplify a different part of my routine to balance out the 20% that I'm not on my A game, you know, and it makes it real and it makes it sustainable. And then you have the option
Yep.
of making it fun too, because you're doing it with people that you resonate with that are young and like minded.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's so good.
I agree.
It's
Haven't
so
had
good.
Chick-fil-A in a while, so it's. Ooh. I don't even know what that is. Is it red or blue? I don't know what's the logo.
Genuinely, bro. I don't even know at this point.
You know, bro. I look at my past bank accounts last year, and I'm like, Chick-fil-A, Whataburger. What is
That's
that?
crazy.
What is that?
That's crazy.
You're a new man, brother. He's a new man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I've been terrified.
Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. No, terrified.
The terrification. Ooh, I gave him a new conference next year. The terrification.
Come on. Don't give it to him, bro.
Actually,
You're
no,
gonna
you're right. You're right.
don't
It's
give
probably
it.
something.
It's the
They're
Wellness
gonna
Mavericks retreat program or slogan, rather.
There you go. The terrification.
That's so
That's great. Wow. What a year. What a time. I'm excited for the next trip,
fun.
which will be soon, but for the next like retreat will be really fun as well.
To be determined
Um,
and to be announced.
can't wait to
Yes.
do it in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, genuinely. It's gonna be so
Um,
much fun.
It'll be so good.
Wow. Any wrapping up thoughts? We should get going soon. Does anyone have any final thoughts?
Eli, you got anything for us?
um, I'll just say that you guys are all amazing, incredible, one of a kind people, and I'm super glad I met each and every one of you. And I'm so glad I went to Idaho and got to learn more about this whole world that I sort of tried to avoid growing up because my mom is kind of like in this. Well, she was more young living. She was in DoTerra, and she was more trying to get in the healthy side and whatnot. And I was like, nah, mom. Um, but I think growing up, I always had like that mindset. I was like, it's at least I was never resistant of it. I was always like, yeah, I didn't really like a lot of it, but at the same time, I was like, I had that in the back of my head, like this is good, and this is actually the right way to do things. So it wasn't
Yeah,
like a total like rebellion. Oh, I'm never doing this in my life. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
right.
So
That's good stuff.
all I have to say is it's been an amazing year.
Yeah.
Come on. Dude, I'm so glad we met too. Thank you, brother. That's super kind. Means a lot.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
You did your year the Wellness Mavericks way. You sought out your health and you adapted it as you learned about it. It was one of the things you told me early on. You're like, sat me down in the car and you're like, if there's anything I'm going to do, it's not because you're telling me to do it. It's because I'm learning about it and I'm going to implement it because I want to do it. And I'm going to be independent and driven and not going to be conformed to my ways, even if they are the right way. Just because I say to do it.
Oh, I love that. That's top tier. That's top.
um,
But you did it the Wellness Mavericks way. You had your intent and you didn't just conform. You were learning about it and implementing as it was sustainable for you to implement. So, yeah.
That's super cool. It's actually a super like inspiring story, even though it's like so simple what you've done. It's actually crazy because some people think it's super unattainable. Just like living, like they think it's so hard to live healthy and live that life. But it's crazy looking at your bank statements from last year and then this year because it's like people think it's super far out. They're like, how do you even do that?
Mm-hmm.
But so that's actually really inspiring.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely is. I mean, I work a 9 to 5 job, so it definitely can be hard to do. Like I think you mentioned it, Michael, at one point in a call. It was like when you work in car dealership and having to like cook in the morning and like prep your
Oh
meals.
yeah.
So
It's
yeah, it's
hard, bro.
definitely yeah. But I mean, just gotta make it work, man. I mean,
Yeah.
there's really no other way. No
Yeah.
other way to
No,
say
it's
like
literally
like you can't just snap your fingers. Then you're gonna be have all the time in the world. You have to work with what you got.
no, literally. It's true, bro. It's very true. But it's good what you're doing. It takes a lot of discipline, so I respect it.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. All right, y'all. I
Happy
hope everyone has a great night.
Wellness Mavericks
Happy 1 year.
Happy one
Happy one
year.
year and
to many,
Come
many
on.
more.
many more.
Many more. Yeah, we're gonna have some crazy fun new things coming and I really look forward to all of it. So, all
Yes. All right, you guys.
right.
So much love for our community. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.